Hello, Facebook world. So, I have never used this before, but I thought I would give it a go. You know me, I like my gadgets, I like my tech, and I've seen StreamYard being used, and I thought I will have a play of that. So here I am having a play, but a serious play because I really do want to talk to you today about something that's really important. So, as people are popping on, I am not going to wait because I know many people will watch this back, and it's a nightmare when you just sat waiting for the speaker to start talking. So, I want to talk to you today about the differences and the similarities of getting a job and working with us with the Body Shop at Home. First thing first, it can't go unnoticed that I now am sponsoring a fringe. I have not had a fringe for about 6 years, maybe even more than that actually. I used to have really long hair, like really, really long hair, and I walked into the hairdresser and I was like, cut it off. I went from super long to like up here. So today I went to the hairdresser's to get my hair cut, and she was like, "Don't cut it short. Keep the length." So it's shoulder length, but I have tied it up. But let's put a fringe back. So I was like, "Okay." It's like, I don't know whether I'm her worst client or her best client because I'm just like, "Yeah, do, yeah, do. Carry on." Um, so yes, I have the fringe is back. We shall see how I cope with it. But anyway, so with StreamYard needs you to give permission for me to be able to see your names when you comment. So please do that, and then I can see your names pop up. But I do want to talk to you today about something serious other than fringes. Fringe is one thing, but um, I want to talk to you today about the differences and similarities of being employed and working with us lot. Now, I've been thinking about this. I thought, right, okay, to get a job, you have to go through an interview. That's where it all starts, isn't it? It starts with an interview. Well, it starts with applying. Ugh. So usually you have to fill in an application form, and if it's anything like where I work, they're not the nicest, and you spend all this effort filling in this form for then other people who have never met you and don't even know your name quite often, for them to make a decision as to whether they want to bring you in for an interview or not. And it's quite soul destroying. It's quite brutal, really. The whole employment. I've interviewed hundreds of people, and it is quite brutal. I'm a nice interviewer. I like to make people laugh when they come in, so they feel nice and calm. Um, but it's hard if you're introvert, if you're shy, if you're not got particularly great confidence. Going for an interview can be awful. I have coached people who have massive anxiety around going for interviews, and it's scary stuff. And quite honestly, if I never have to do it ever again, I'll be happy. Whereas with us, at the Body Shop at Home, we don't do interviews. Ah, we do. Let's have a chat. Sometimes it's even just on Messenger, and we might do a phone call or a video or a meeting Costa Coffee or a come round to the Inspiration Hut. We don't do, well, I want to sit down and interview you and see whether you are suitable. Now, that's not to say I have said to people, I'm not really sure if this is for you, because I would never put someone in the position where I thought it was, if it wasn't for them. But you are 99.9% guaranteed to be accepted by the team. So you're already on a winner from that whole job lark thing, because you're going to speak to one of us and we're instantly going to say you are more than welcome to come and be in our tribe. Whereas when you go for an interview, you just don't know, do you? You're being instantly judged. Well, we don't do judging, so it doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter what your past is. What matters is what your future is, where you want your future to be, and your aspirations. That's what matters to us. We are forward lookers. We don't look back at your history and judge and decide whether or not you're qualified. Well, there's the other thing, actually. This all starts way before, doesn't it? That interview stage. I didn't even think about that bit. But, with a lot of employment, you've got to be qualified. You've got to have GCSEs or A levels or degrees or whatever they are. You've got to have all that. Well, with us at the Body Shop at Home, you don't. You don't. You might have a degree in life, and that will help you, certainly, but you don't have to have qualifications behind you. I've already got we're already on 2 pluses here, aren't we, to none. And then you get the job and you've got a boss. Now, if you're lucky, you get a good boss. But quite honestly, the most employment bosses are what I call managers. They aren't leaders. And a leader will bring you with, but let you fly, and a manager will direct and tell you what to do. So you are, when you're employed, there is an element of being, you do that, and that's what I expect. Do it. Whereas with the Body Shop at Home, there are no bosses. You are an independent consultant. That means that you work for yourself. Now, you are in a team and you have an upline, but they are there to support you. Now, here's the other thing with employment. You ain't going to earn more than your boss. Unless your boss leaves or you sleep with the boss above. I don't recommend that, by the way. Not that I've ever done it. let's just get that clear. I've never done it. But unless another vacancy becomes available in your organisation or you leave, you ain't going to earn more than your boss. Well, with the Body Shop at Home, if you join my team, you can earn more than me. That's totally doable and does happen. Actually, let me say, it does happen. So, you are not restricted in any way with us. And when you work for a company, you'll probably be put in with a team of people. And quite often they are lovely and you find firm friends from work. It's something like the biggest percentage of relationships start at work. Been there, done that. But the biggest percentage of personal relationships start at work. But that team are your competition. Because when your boss goes, or you have a restructure, which is even worse, and you've all got to apply for your jobs, they are in competition with you. Whereas with the Body Shop at Home, you are in a team, you are in teams of teams of teams of teams. But everybody wants to support you to be successful. We are not in competition. It is a big country, and we are now global, and we are going even bigger. It's a big planet. There are a lot of people to sell to or to build teams with. So your peers are not in your competition, whereas at work, they often are, because you find at work, in employment, this funny old structure that looks something like this. And at the bottom, you have all the worker bees, and then there'll be fewer management, so lower management. Then there'll be fewer middle management, and then there'll be even fewer senior management, and then maybe a CEO at the top, like this. Well, in the Body Shop at Home, even though you have an upline, you have somebody you join, that structure doesn't mean anything. Doesn't mean anything, because I can earn more than my upline. I get support from my sidelines, my downline, my upline, just everybody. Teams out there and teams out there and teams, everybody is there to support you. So there is no competition, because we aren't confined by that structure. We're more like this. It's like up and down, up and down, up and down. It's a bit more like a synthesizer. You can shoot up, you can, you know. Now here's the thing. So you've been for your interview. It was awful, and you managed to get through. Oh, there's only one job, by the way, when you're going for that job. You were fighting against maybe 30 other people for one job, not with the Body Shop at Home. So when you start, or before you start, you're feeling nervous, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling a little unprepared, you might be feeling a bit worried about what people will think, what people will say, whether you'll be able to do it, what do you need to learn to be able to do your job. You're walking in there pretty blind. You don't know what to expect. Well, that is kind of similar to the Body Shop at Home. When people join, they are often feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit nervous. But you know what? We have all been there. All of us. All of us. Without like, there is literally no taking anybody out of that equation. We've all felt a little bit anxious, or wondered whether people would buy from us, or wonder whether we could build a team, or wonder whether we could make a sustainable income from the industry. We all feel like that when we start, but just like in employment, you get through that. You start and you feel a little bit nervous, and then you start learning the skills. Now, when you're in employment, those skills are restricted to the job you're doing. The beauty about working in the direct selling industry and the network marketing industry is those skills you never stop learning. There is just so much information. I do 10 minutes a minimum of personal development every single day. And that for me is watching a YouTube video, which technically I'm not watching, but it's playing in the background. You are always learning and developing, always, constantly. And the more you develop, the more your success rises alongside. The difference with employment is once you've developed and you've hit your skills for the role that you've been employed to do, it's actually quite hard to break through to learn new skills. Well, with us, that's not the case. And actually, it's all in your gift to decide what you want to learn. Now, when you're employed as well, you've got tasks to do, and it can be quite stressful. It can be quite stressful. Now, it's different when you are self-employed, because there can be stress. You know, you might be a little bit, you are responsible for your income. The difference is your income is limitless. Like, there is no top ranking income that you hit the ceiling of income potential. There isn't one. There is employment. When you're at work, you might be responsible for making sure the IT works, or making sure that the building is running, or we have the advantage of we have a huge head office team behind us. We have to get involved. So we get a website. Yay! I don't have to worry about updating that website. Thank God. I'm enough with my own. We get a customer relationship management system. I don't have to worry about managing that. It's all there for me. I don't have to worry about procurement and stock rotation. I don't have to worry about any of that. Body Shop do that. All I have to do is place orders. Like, the other thing is with employment, we all like to be recognised for doing a good job. It's inherent in all of us. Some people like it to be big and grand, and other people prefer, someone just to have a little word, say, "Oh, you're doing a really good job, well done." But that doesn't often happen. If you get a really, really good manager, then and they are grateful and they understand that they couldn't do their job without you, then it can happen, and it can happen well. But with the Body Shop at Home, we thrive on recognition. So we have our conference coming up. And it is all about recognition. It is all about recognizing how well people are doing in their job, and congratulating them and their teams, but everybody else loving on you as well. It's so nice. It's just so nice. So there are similarities with running a body shop at home business, like having a job. You know, my thing is that my body shop at home business doesn't make me feel like I don't want to get up in the morning. It doesn't give me that feeling of I want to snooze the alarm because it can't be Monday yet. It doesn't give me that feeling of I am going to be tied down for the next 8 hours and I've got things I need to do personally and I can't do them. Because the beauty of it is that actually I can do it whenever I want. Whenever I want. If I want to work at 11 o'clock at night, I can work at 11 o'clock at night. If I want to work at 4 in the afternoon, I can work at 4 in the afternoon. If I need to stop and go and do a school run or go shopping or whatever, I can do it. Can't do that in employment. And it all runs off this dude. My little phone, I wouldn't be without it. It runs off this. And, you know, and my Google Calendar, which keeps me going. Let me tell you what work's like with the body shop at home. Work is like having a chat with someone. You don't have to do videos like this. Nobody's going to make you. It's like having a conversation with someone who you might meet outside school. It's like helping people with their problems. So people come to me with skincare needs and desires, and I help them feel better about themselves. What job do you get where you get paid to help people feel better about themselves? Like that is like the perfect job. um, Work for me is getting together with a group of the team, and a few of us are members of David Lloyd Gym, and we go and sit in there and have a cup of tea. We do gym stuff, honest, but that's work. Work for me is sitting in my inspiration hut in the garden. That's work. It's not, well, sometimes I do sit at a desk. Sometimes I sit on my swing. Sometimes I might send messages to people while I'm stood outside the school gate, or I've just got to Tesco's or Asda or wherever. I can do it wherever I want. And it's not blocks and blocks of time. It's literally like a minute here, 5 minutes there, 30 minutes there. I can choose. And the beauty of it is what I put in is what I get out. As it happens, I'm getting out quite a lot. You know, our Team Inspired this year, I think without a shadow of a doubt, will hit £1 million sales. It's like mental. In 12 months, £1 million worth of sales. Like, a lot of businesses that you might be employed by don't even do that. So it is similar but so different. So different. And I don't feel stress. I don't feel stress. I don't get myself worked up about shower gels. Doesn't feel right to get worked up about a shower gel, does it? Whereas at work, I do feel stress. And it's usually not because of me. It's usually imposed stress from others. So that's why I love. Can't even tell you how much I love it. My body shop at home business. Now, here's the thing. I have a group. I have a group called Inspired Beginnings, Find Your Freedom. And to be in this group, you have to be invited. This group has more information in it about what we do and how we do it and our successes. all you have to do is comment more, and I will give you that exclusive invitation. Or drop me a message. If you don't want to say it publicly, then drop me a message and we can have a chat. It's not an interview. It's not an interview because we don't do interviews. Just a chat with me and you, just us two, one to one. And you can see, if you've watched this video for the last 20 minutes, that I am not scary. I'm not scary. I am like the least scariest person in the world. I might laugh a lot, but I'm not scary. Let's just say it is almost a guaranteed that you will be accepted within our team, and we will help and support you to build a successful, thriving income business that you want, fitting around the commitments that you already have. We will do that. We will do that for you. So if you want to be invited into our group, please comment. I would be super grateful if you, as always, would share this video, because this might not be for you, but it might be absolutely the thing that one of your friends needs right now. We have Christmas coming up. Now is the best time to join because our peak selling season starts now. Next week we have our conference, and then it's Christmas all the way. So we will have sales popping out of our ears. So please give us a shout. Talk to us about any of those fears that you are feeling. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, we all started with them. It doesn't matter if you know people who already do this. All our networks are different, and I will help you understand that. We all have different connections. But that is just part of our training. We can support you with that. So on that note, I am off to spend my Saturday night chilling, and I'm going to finish my cuppa. Cheers. Got my Disney cup today. And it is lovely to speak to you. I hope this has worked using this new platform. I could have just talked for the last 20 minutes and not have a clue whether or not it's actually worked or not. I'd be like, oh, okay. I get it wrong all the time. So honestly, if you think that you will cock up, don't worry about it, because I do it frequently. All right, take care. Have a fabulous weekend, and I will see you all really soon. Looking forward to welcoming you all into Team Inspire.